We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with that other team here in the metropolitan area, the New York Giants. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Son. Mike 29. They gonna need some therapy after this. Red 80. Hey, Alpha. 29 is the Mike 29. Hey, keep it up.
On 1st and 10, Darnold eluding the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Back to throw, Darnold, and he's got a moonwalk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside. To 45.
Get ready. It's a gain of 32 yards. And the Jets, first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Again, Darnold. It's caught here by Adams. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And by the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. Now, overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Now, lady, watch out, watch out. Slam, slam, slam. 29 touches.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Darnold now to throw. The open man is Smith. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. On first down, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Move. Mike 29. Here we go, here we go. Check 4, check 4. Check it back, check it back.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. It's caught. Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Darnold now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Ship, ship. The lady, ship. Check 37, check 30. The lady, undercross,
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Forced out to his left. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. These two teams all tied after 1.
Ready. 53 to Mike. Replay. 2. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Go.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Bravo.
On 1st down, Jones. That's complete to Robinson. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now Saquon Barkley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Barkley trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones flush to his right, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Jones, his 14th touchdown now on the year, and the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because
It got his man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
29, Mike 29. Exit. Back.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Right there.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Giants' 24-yard line.
Lady, hey, Mike 7. 29 is Mike 10.
To the air again, Darnold. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
That's another Jets.
Mike 29. Watch the flag.
First and goal at the 7.
Now Bell. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think
and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
in a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the 44, Jones. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you.
Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Giants.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check 161. Matchbox lights. SOS. Check safety. Shoot. Gone. Let's go.
On second down now, Barkley. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Barkley. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too.
Couple comes their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Flushed out right. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Looking to throw on second down. Darnold being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the rookie from Vandy, Joe Williams, with a pick. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 27. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll run with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Check 53, Mike. Check 50.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold rolling to his right. Well, this is caught by Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 40. The 30. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Look at me. Score. Shoot.
A first down carry for Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on second down. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. A season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. Here's Jones from the gun on third down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Squeeze.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Escaping, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. B.J. Hill able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dexter Lawrence. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Steps away to his left. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now it's Tate. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
70, Indy. Hey, stand off. Check three.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
And the Giants first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On 2nd and inches, Jones. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
'54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Man, 80.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Mike 5-4. Squeeze, double. Slam. Lady.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Flush to his right. And it's caught by Herndon. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Now it's Darnold. Flushed out right. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. He'll buy some time right. He's got Herndon, his tight end. That one goes for 36 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. From the 36, Darnold escaping the pressure right. Caught here by Griffin. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 22 yards there, a first down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Bell. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. the shotgun. They run with Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Jets, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-6.